Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Shadowrun Dragonfall Director's Cut. In the previous episode, we, attempted to finish the Lodge's trial run, but in the end decided to go with our conscience rather than with, what they wanted. I'm fairly certain there's nothing new to talk about with people around here because... Let's see, yeah, because that was an optional run and thus didn't count towards the run status, so I'm fairly confident we can just head on to the next run at this point. Though, just to be on the safe side, I am going to, at the very least, talk to Blitz. See if my crew's gonna have anything new. Nope. So yeah, optional runs don't actually count. But so be it. For this one, we are actually gonna head for Gesundbrunnen to take care of Metbach's little job. Let's see, no. Ah, here it is. Now, we can only bring one other person with us. Now, your allies can help you out on this, but the only ones I've seen so far are Glory, Iger, and Blitz. Dietrich doesn't seem to really be able to help on this mission. And unless you are already playing a Decker, and a decent one, I recommend bringing Blitz. Because Glory and Iger are more strength-based stuff, but if you want to complete this peacefully, I just wouldn't. Okay then. Hard times. It is a short train ride to Gesundbrunnen. You exit the subway car, stepping onto the old grungy platform. The place is deserted, though signs of life are everywhere. A gaping hole in the ceiling filters cool, hazy light in from above. To your right, a small plot of crops struggles to endure in the cold and limited light of the station. Trash and junk litters the platform. It's clear this place hasn't had anything resembling a janitorial staff in quite some time. Somewhere in this old, run-down U-Bahn station lies the entrance of Gesundbrunnen Kies, and hopefully some leads on the whereabouts of the Robengeister and Gunnari's missing shipment. Okay, nothing I really need to bring along, though I should probably fill that empty space. I don't expect a fight, but I may as well toss in the advanced medkit just to be safe. Yeah, I know I have karma, but it's only 3 and there ain't much I can spend it on. Alright, let's head on inside. Oop, hold up. Stairwell down looks to have completely collapsed. Of course it has. Alright. Well, if we continue along this way, we'll meet the local law enforcement. That's far enough, friend. An older man raises his hand, squinting as you approach. To his left, a young orc shifts his weight, resting one hand casually on the pistol at his hip. Both are dressed in what might be considered uniforms, but it is hard to tell for sure. You don't get many visitors down here these days. You'll forgive me for saying, but, well, you don't really look like the type that usually comes through here. She looks fed, for one thing. The older man snorts. Indeed, so what brings you to Gesundbrunnen, stranger? Let's see, do not name drop the Robengeister, or you're going to have a hard time getting in, which will require either bloodshed or strength. But we want to try to settle this peacefully, and we're going to need Charisma 4 for that. Lie. I'm visiting my friend from the Rhine-Ruhr Megaplex, and my friend Hans said the market here is second to none. I had to come see for myself. The older man smiles sadly. Well, maybe a few years ago that was true. These days, well, it's hard times all around, I suppose. But you're welcome to go in, of course. Customers are always welcome. Oh, and talk to Quarren if you want to hear some good stories about the market back in its prime. He's always happy to share a tale or two. Okay. Again, do not name drop the Robingeister. Man, I am parched. Huh. Might want to remember that. Okay, well, there's Quarren. May as well talk to him to get our bearings. The man before you is of average build and in nondescript dress. He's leaning against the old wooden cabinet, reading a book. As you approach, he looks up and casts a warm smile in your direction. Guten Tag, the name's Quarren, friend. Can't say I've seen you around these parts before. Just passing through, or... let's see... Again, do not talk about this. Talk about the Kies. What can you tell me about this place? Gesundbrunnen? Well, it's my home for one, and we've got a small bar set up over there. But, of course, you want to know about the market. His eyes light up. It used to be something to behold, my friend. One of the grandest markets in the city. You can find nearly anything in these stalls. For the right price. It's a real shame, but little by little, things slowed down. Folks stopped taking this subway line so much. But I guess that's the way of the flux. Huh. Let's see, have you seen a shipment of weapons pass through here recently? His face falls. Wish that I had, friend. It's too bad. This place used to be soaring with commerce. But now hardly anything passes through here, I'm afraid. Folks around here are lucky enough to have a full meal at the end of the day. Sorry to hear that. I hope things turn around for the better soon. Yeah, me too. Thanks for the friendly words, though. Most folks that come through here are either looking to bum a quick handout or steal what they can before disappearing down the line. Can I do anything to help? No, I don't think so, friend. But I thank you for the gesture. The man squints at you. He looks thoughtful. Say, have you ever heard the story of Schinderhannes? Which apparently is basically the German Robin Hood. I'm not sure. Schinderhannes was an outlaw centuries ago, back in the Napoleonic days. See, Schinderhannes was a thief, a greedy one if you believe the stories. He and his gang raided up and down the Rhine, stealing for themselves. Something happened. The people of the Rhineland, they were inspired by Schinderhannes. In time, they hailed him as a hero. He was stealing from the French, you see. He chuckles, then continues. I think something happened then. Something surprising, even to Schinderhannes. I think because of this, perhaps he became the hero people wanted him to be. Maybe he did start stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. I don't know. The history books are confusing, to say the least. Like I said, German Robin Hood. At any rate, the point is this, friend. I think that maybe, if enough people believe something to be true, it can change the truth of that thing. Perhaps if enough people here in Gesundbrunnen have a hope to believe in, then our fate will change as well. Till then, well, we continue on. Don't you mean Robin Hood? Ha! No, you would think, but that is an altogether different tale, I assure you. Much more romanticized. Is there anything else I can help you with? I'll be going now. Schinderhannes. We're going to want to remember that. Alright. Let's talk with her. The woman starts a little at your approach, but she recovers quickly and beams brightly at you. The fox face on her headdress seems to grin as well. Her classically nasal American accent is obvious. Hey kiddo, share a drink with me? Sure, if you're buying. Awesome. Unfortunately, there aren't a lot of options here. They've got beer, a homebrewed gin, and schnapps. Pick your poison. I've been drinking gin and tonics. The tonic cuts out some of the gas flavor. I think they've been distilling in old propane tanks. Eugh. Yeah, I'll have a beer, thanks. Sure thing, lady. He pours you a tall glass of beer from a tap, the handle of which is long since broken off its advertising sign, but it's warm and has a good head. So, what's a girl like you doing in a place like this? I'm just traveling through. Heard there was a market, but, well, just look at this place. She waves her arm around in a wide circle, taking everything in from the sadly shimmying woman to the near empty corridors outside. So I'm just having a drink with this fine gentleman here and then moving on. Where are you from? California Free States. Doing the whole Europe tour thing, you know. Besides getting me out of that hellhole, it's been a real good learning experience. Had some good fun. Made some good friends. She clatters the ice around in her drink. You can smell the cheap gin from where you stand. But it's a hellhole everywhere these days. Can't drink enough to forget some of the things I've seen. I'm all for communism and anarchy and free love, but sometimes the F state goes a little far. How do you mean? It's just the things like the turf wars and the racists and junk. You know, those humanist assholes. Unpleasant. But that shit aside, I like the idea of a state without the man. Listen, my name's Goldfish. What's yours? Call me Talia. Nice to meet you, Talia. Now that I've said my bit, what are you doing in a place like this? I'm looking for the Robengeister. Raven ghosts? Might be anything in Gesundbrunnen. Seems like everyone and everything down here is a ghost. Ghost of the past. Only reason I'm bringing it up with her is because she's not local. Ghost trains, ghostly thin folk, pale for lack of sunlight. I need sunlight too. I like to joke I photosynthesize, but it just gives me so much energy. Energy these people don't have anymore. Her expression grows stern for a moment as she stares into her gin and tonic. Maybe I've been down here long enough. Maybe I'm a ghost too. Alright, that's it, Fraulein. You're officially cut off. Your total is 36 million. Can I at least buy something for my friend here? She's been talking with me a bit and hasn't had anything. No, you're cut off. I don't want you even sipping out of it. Dude, chill. Forget I asked. She turns to you with a shrug. Sorry I couldn't get you anything else, but thanks for being a pal. Yeah, no problem. Alright. Oh, boy. Sounds like someone just died. Yikes. Alright, well, let's head across the tracks and into the market. They've got a bunch of assorted stuff that is pretty low grade. Hello there, newcomer. I have many exciting and rare weapons for you to peruse. Instruments of death of the sort you'll not find anywhere else in Berlin. Care to take a look around? Despite the shopkeeper's claims, her inventory looks decidedly poor. Most of these weapons appear rusty and in ill repair. A particularly cobbled-together pistol stands out from the bunch. Now let's take a look. Like I said, this stuff is pretty low grade. Nothing really worth looking at. See anything you like? I don't know. It doesn't seem like there's much here that would interest me. Well, it's been lean pickings around lately around these parts, and on top of that, there's the militia. I need most of the best pieces to help keep us safe. Still, I've got some reliable weapons for home defense. What's up with the shoddy-looking pistol? Exquisite, is it not? The work of a master craftsman who used to live here. Forged some of the finest slug throwers you'll find this side of the Atlantic. And at that price, a steal. Looks like some of those parts are hot glued together. As I said, the work of a master craftsman. A weapon made by any other would simply break after being fired. Yeah, I'll be going now. Thanks. Let's take a look at this crate. The crate appears to have been pried hastily open. There's a partially torn shipping label on its side. Most of the ink is worn off, but the word Kreuzbestar is still visible. I see. Hi there, stranger. I got a sale on today. You interested in some rations, salvage, some home remedies? The crate behind your shop that looks like it was marked for delivery to the Kreuzbesar. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? Troll looks around nervously. No? I don't know anything about crates. Looking for some backup? It's just us here, friend. Okay, look, yeah, the Robengeister came by yesterday and asked me to remove the rest of these medical supplies. Then they disappeared. I don't know where they went. I mean, hey, I gotta make a living, right? Look around here. They leave me this kind of score, I'm grateful. Already sold most of it in less than a day. Plenty of folks around here in need of medical supplies. Alright, I've told you what I know. We're cool, right? I don't know anything else. With an etiquette of gang, you can press him and try to get 400 credits out of him. But as you walk away from the troll merchant, the Dwarfen Guard will confront us, and you can either return the credits or start combat, which will force you down the violent solution to this run. I don't want to do that. Relax, I believe you. Times are tough. I'm sure these people needed that stuff. You're not going to hurt me? Thank you, stranger. Not everyone's so understanding around here. Look, if you're looking for the Robin Geister, try the old information kiosk on the other side of the market. I've seen some people coming and going through there. Good to know. Good to know. Militia Captain. Let's see if he's got any intel for us. Militia Captain stands alert, her eyes tracking slowly across the market before coming to rest on you. Guten Tag. You look like You look like you keep a close eye on this Kies. Have you seen a shipment of weapons pass through here recently? No, I would have noticed that. Okay then. Alright, not much else. Scuff marks. You notice a set of scuff marks on the ground as if something heavy was dragged across here. The marks vanish into the wall. Inspect the wall more closely. You find a small seam in the wall that suggests there might be a passageway hidden in the wall, but you can spot no clear mechanism for opening it. Maybe we should ask around? This looks like the place, so I'm sure someone might spill the beans. With a strength of 4, or having Glory or Iger with you, you can just pry it open, but that won't lead to a peaceful resolution. These crates don't seem to be part of the shipment that was en route to the Kreuz Bazaar. Let's see, the area is in extreme disrepair. Water is flowing out of the walls and stagnating in pools on the tile floor. You can smell the mildew from here. Ooh. Let's see. Now then, we have 2 options. Now that we've seen the scuff marks, we can talk to the militia captain. She'll reveal her true colors and take us to the Robingeister, blindfolded. Or we can use the info terminal. This appears to be an old U-Bahn information terminal. Judging by the system's design and current condition, it is quite old. As you approach, the machine makes a series of sputtering sounds as the dust-covered screens flicker dimly to light. Time since last update, a lot. Error, primary database not found, restarting in offline mode, restarting. The screen goes dark as the machine begins to emit a bizarre variety of clicking and chirping sounds. After an interminable amount of time, the screen finally shutters back to life. Welcome to Gesundbrunnen. Select an option from the menu below. Let's see. Custom query. This is basically a password system. What would we consider a good password? Why, Schinderhans. Welcome, admin user. Custom process initiated. You are allowed click, and a section of the wall nearby slides away, revealing a narrow passage into darkness. Ta-da! Told you that would be important. Alright, now we're going to want a quick save before heading down. This is the man you met in the market, but the friendliness is gone from his face. In its place is a cold, unwavering gaze. You should have stuck to the market, stranger. If Robingeister wished to be found, we'd open a effing cafe. Now, what do you want of us? Say your piece. Now, we can be sympathetic to him and agree to leave while abandoning all claim to the shipment. We can shoot him to the face, recover the shipment, but we doom Gesundbrunnen. Or we can go for another option, which requires charisma. Let's see. Wait, I just saw you upstairs, and I didn't see you on the way down. He chuckles, the cold stare evaporating. You think a gang like us? We've only got one secret passage? There's all kinds of fun hidden passages down here. This place is over 100 years old, you know. During the Second World War, they converted this part of the station into an air raid shelter. Made it nice and secure in case anyone spotted bombers over the city. Gord appears more relaxed, his tone more friendly. He seems to be enjoying relating the history of this place. Continue listening. Then, during the Cold War, they designated this whole station an emergency fallout shelter. You know, in case the Russians and the Americans decide to blow each other up. That was back when Berlin was divided in two, of course. Things got better for a while after that. Hell, a few decades ago before the Awakening, I hear they used to give tours. This isn't a tour, I'm afraid. So, you're from the Kreuzbazar, and you're here to get your stolen shipment back. That about right? That's about right, yeah. Which I completely understand, stranger, believe me. But unfortunately, we need those supplies more than you do, so I will have to graciously decline your offer to relieve us of your property. Look, I can see things are hard around here, Quarren, but I have to look out for my own Kiez, and that shipment belongs to us. Not from where I'm standing. Look, there's no need for bloodshed. I'll tell you what. It seems like you know what it's like to look out for Kiez like this. It's not easy, right? We provide for these people. A haul like that shipment keeps Gesundbrunnen from going hungry just a little while longer. It's our home. These are our people. I suspect you feel the same about the Kreuzbazar. So I'm prepared to let you leave, just like that, knowing our little secret here and everything. In return, all you need to do is walk away. Just walk away and forget this ever happened. What do you think, stranger? You need a charisma of 3 to pull this off. I think in the Flux, folks like us need to stick together. Why stay strangers? Maybe we can come to an arrangement that can benefit both of our Kiez. Quarren raised an eyebrow. I'm listening. Now then, you can either go for the truce of sorts, or with decking of 3, or with Blitz present, which is why I brought him along, we can go for this option. In the Kreuzbazar, my friend Altug has a series of data taps established to monitor nearby communications. You return our shipment, and we can let you listen in on those taps. I see. That's an interesting offer, friend. That would certainly let us scope out some more lucrative heists around here, assuming the taps are reliable. They are. I checked them just the other day. He pauses for a long moment, then cracks a smile. Very well. I suppose that's worth the price of a crate of guns. Your medical supplies are already mostly gone, I'm afraid, but the weapons shipment is still being held in a locker at Frankenfurter Tor. I'll have it sent back to the Kreuzbazar immediately. And you'll let us in on those data taps. Take the tunnel to the Kreuzbazar and talk to Altug. He runs a small cafe not far from the U-Bahn station. Tell him I sent you, and he'll set you up. Well, well, Quarren looks thoughtful. Maybe things are looking up around here. Suppose friends and enemies both can be found in strange ways here in the Flux. Glad we could have this talk, Quarren. I'll be going now. You can see yourself out, he grins. Take care, stranger. Now then, there is something else. They're all empty. There's supposed to be a cooler here that we can take a beer from that we can give to the Parched Orc, which should grant us some bonus... Oh wait, probably just need to talk to this guy. Should grant us some bonus karma. Hey, want a beer? Sure, I'll take one. He hands you an icy beer from the crate. See, just full of old SimSense recordings. Okay, well, with that taken care of, peacefully I might add, which is going to help us out, we can head back upstairs. And after that, we just got to make our way out, but first and foremost, we're actually going to talk to that orc at the entrance. Oh wait, may as well inspect this ladder, because I can. Surface access has been welded shut, probably in an attempt to keep security tight. Makes sense. I'd want to minimize the amount of entrances any enemy could use to get in. Let's see, dresser. See, drawers look to be handmade out of rusty sheet metal. Nothing of value catches your eye within. That's not surprising. Alright, we climb up. Hey, is that a beer from downstairs? Yeah, brought this up for you. Keep up the good work, buddy. Thanks, you're a lifesaver. The young orc takes the beer, pops the cap off with his tusk, and takes a long swig. Ah, this really hits the spot. I get so muggy down here. See you around. You can also get one from Goldfish to have her buy it for you at the bar on the way out. But we didn't need to. Alright, well, with that, let's head on back and talk to old Gunari. Once we take a look at that garden. The old fluorescent grow lights are barely keeping the plants alive. Almost no light from the surface makes it this far underground. Yikes. Alright, now let's head home. See, you emerge from the U-Bahn station and out onto the familiar streets of the Kreuzbazar. The energy here is a stark contrast to the weary, slowly drowning mood of Gesundbrunnen. The Kreuzberg is an island of hope afloat still amidst the dangerous currents of the flux state, but it wouldn't take much for it to capsize. It's time to find Gunari and tell him the news. And if I'm right, because this was an optional one as well, we probably aren't going to get any new dialogue from people. Let's see, talk about your organization, accepting donations. Yeah. However, we did get upgrades for our party members, so there's that. Let's see, Sniper Specialist. I gains Sniper Rifle ability, fires a discarding Sabot HTI round that ignores armor completely. Ooh. Let's see, sets targets on fire, strips one armor. Tough call on this one. Being able to strip armor is not bad, but at the same time I'm not going to really be using her a whole lot. Let's go for the Sniper Specialist. Let's see, as for Dietrich, Nerve Spear, augment the Nerve Bolt. Let's see, now flushes enemies from cover when they are hit. Ooh. Dietrich's use of Devotion to the Dragon Slayer, imbue him with an innate +1 armor. That's also good, but being able to get enemies out of cover with your Nerve Bolt is useful, so let's go for that. As for Glory, I think I'm going to upgrade her to Razor Specialist, getting the Fray Armor. Glory gains an armor-stripping Razor attack, 2 hits, and each hit strips 2 armor from the target. Hell yes. Let's see. ESP control. Blitz's ESP control is increased by 1. I have no idea what that means. Or Blitz's decking is increased by 1. Let's confirm everyone first. Then take a look at those skills. See what they mean. That'd probably be under Intelligence. Decking. Required for decking, main components calculate chance to hit enemy. Computer programs are deckers, increasing the skill and unlock special abilities. Let's see. ESP control increases the power of Decker's expert systems programs in the Matrix. I think I'm just going to go for increasing his decking. Yeah, that seems good. Okay, well, let's talk to Gunari, and then we're probably going to talk to Altug, see if he has any new dialogue after, dealing with the Robingeister. Welcome back. You need some weapons, some ammunition perhaps? I took care of that business with the Robingeister. They won't be hijacking our shipments anymore. A faint smile plays across the normally taciturn merchant's face. Yes, this much I know already. The missing shipment arrived just before you did, though I barely caught a glimpse of those who delivered it. How were you able to manage that? I made an arrangement with their leader, and they agreed to return the weapons. And you've accomplished all of this through diplomacy? Interesting. It is not what I would have done, but perhaps that is for the best. Here is your payment as promised, and should you need any new weapons, thanks to you, I have some new merchandise available. Would you like to take a look? Yeah, why not? Okay, then. Let's see, shotgun. Okay. Let's see, that's sniper rifle, assault rifle. Whoops. There goes the timer, and I forgot to turn that off to stop playing, because I also use it whenever I cook. Let's see, sniper rifle. Ah, here's the new stuff. Or at least the new stuff in terms of rifles. Unfortunately, as much as I want it, we need a ranged combat of 6 in order to use it. So, yeah. Oof. See, do I want to go for that? I need 12 in order to pull it off, because I need to upgrade my quickness before I can do that. Or do I want to try going for charisma and getting a new etiquette? Let me take a look at something. Oof. Thing is, I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to be able to get the karma I need. We do have some missions between this and one that I kind of need a new etiquette for. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I don't really need a new gun immediately. Probably gonna end up going for the charisma anyways. Alright, like I said, we're out of time, but I really want to check out Altug's place, see if he has anything new to say after that mission. Let's see. Busy of late, my street rats, business is picking up. Soy calf, cut of a jib, a large. Scone. Ah, here we are. Altug, I sent a man named Quarren to talk to you. I told him he could have access to your data taps. Burak Ghazi raises an eyebrow. You did you? A bit presumptuous of you, is it not? Look, Quarren and his gang have been hijacking shipments bound for the Croix Bazaar, so we made an arrangement. He listens to your taps, and they leave our goods alone and steal from our enemies instead. Everybody wins. I see. Well, that sounds like a tight little arrangement you've made then, Effendim. The kind of arrangement I might make myself. The kind of arrangement Monica might have made. I will honor your promise then. Quarren and his gang shall have access to my data taps, save for those that listen in on the Croix Bazaar itself. Not that such taps exist, mind you. No, of course not. Just killing time. Okay, good. Probably good that I talked to him, otherwise that deal might have fallen through. But anyways, as I have already said before, we are currently out of time for this episode. So, I'm going to have to end it off here for today. If you guys like what you see, please leave a like, subscribe for future content. Don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notifications for when I upload, or to hit the straw poll link to vote for our next Let's Play, which at the time of recording is still at 4 votes. 2 for Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, 1 for Prey 2017, 1 for Dragon Age Origins Awakening, and 0 for Yakuza 0. And please, leave a comment down below this video. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.